Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Blingo back here with another video. Hope y'all all been living y'all truth. Man, now listen, y'all. I don't like to be the dude that come and talk about the woman, but I gotta keep it real, man. I don't like to talk about the woman like that, because I think that's just corny. Like when dudes got whole pages talking about how bad a woman is and what a woman, every mistake a woman do, you know, like no disrespect, but like Corey Holcomb. And people like that, they always want to take shots at women. They like real. I feel like you acting like a woman after a while. But I gotta talk about B.SIMONE, man. And I actually like B.SIMONE. You know what I mean? Because she, you know, I thought she was kind of cool. And then I got like a little permanent cut right here in my eyebrows, like a permanent one. It don't really go away. And she got one. So I used to be like, yo, you know what? That's like my cousin. You know, that's like my cousin B.SIMONE, man. But anyway, she's going viral right now because she's saying that she ain't got a lot of money no more. She broke. She was broke and stuff, right? And a lot of people, she ain't broke. She ain't broke. She just got financial struggles. She can't be broke. Maybe she could. I don't know how that whole thing worked, but maybe she could. Maybe she could. But she is under a lot of fire right now because she has said something crazy about what kind of man she wanted to date back in the day. But before we play her new clip that she's viral about, let's look at the old one that she was viral about. Look, y'all. Check this out. Check this out.
Have my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle, okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? Okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with
This ain't aging well already. This is aging real bad already. And it just started. And we still got a couple more aging, couple more minutes, seconds to go. Each second is another 10 years of aging badly.
9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur. Graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. A becoming rapper, D-list, I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband.
Now she has another clip where they actually asked her and they said, could you date somebody with a 9 to 5? And she's like, nope. Can't do it. They can't be a 9 to 5. Nope. They can't work a 9 to 5. They gotta have a thing. Let me see if I can find it real quick. A lot of people was mad. Let me see. A lot of people was mad. Let me see if I can find it real quick. They asked her on the interview. Yeah, right here. Look,
5. What? Why not? You don't want to have a...
Look.
He can't have a 9 to 5. What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job? I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
so
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I think
B.SIMONE.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic.
I'm sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur.
A business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry.
So that's another 45 seconds of aging really badly, right? So it's so crazy. This was viral. This was viral at one point, and a lot of people was mad. And I always try to tell men, listen, guys, listen, all right? Girls that want this kind of stuff, that's their preference. Guys, don't hate them. Don't hate her. Don't be mad at her. Just find somebody who likes you. You work a 9 to 5 or you whatever. That's the only reason you would be mad or be upset. But you work a 9 to 5. Trust me, there's somebody out there that likes somebody who works 9 to 5 and can make an honest living of themselves without being a super entrepreneur rich person. And I hope she finds what she's looking for. But there's this thing called karma. Not to say what she's saying is completely wrong because that's her preference, but there's this thing called karma. You were kind of dissing all the people who had 9 to 5s, all the men who had 9 to 5s in a way. You kind of like dissing them a little bit, like they're not good enough to date you because they don't know what to do when you up at 3 a.m. or whatever. They're going to sleep and get ready for their 9 to 5. But let's watch what happened. Shout out to all Urban Central, right? B.SIMONE.
In today's day and age, and that's exactly what B.SIMONE is dealing with right now. She broke down after revealing that she's broke now and has to shop at H&M instead of Bloomingdale's.
Just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
So if you guys don't know who B.SIMONE is, B.SIMONE is a social media influencer. She rose to fame back in 2014. She was making YouTube videos, and then she became a Wild 'N Out girl. Then she ended up writing a book, doing a makeup line, and she instantly became a millionaire, literally like overnight. So a lot of people are saying, man, you crying about stuff, like be realistic. Bloomingdale's, and there's people that are struggling and barely surviving. You sitting up here crying about you got to shop at H&M. So Charlamagne saw this and he decided to react to it.
I want to show y'all something real quick. I'm not trying to shit on nobody by showing y'all this. I got mad love for B.SIMONE, that's the homie. But I do want to show y'all something, okay? I was in Cannes Lions last week for business. I'm going to show you what I took with me, okay? I'm just going to show you some of the things I took with me. Boom. H&M. Relax Fit cargos, H&M, okay, Relax Fit coupe, whatever the hell that is. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this right here, Zara, okay, for a little razzle dazzle. That was some white linen. This right here is like some black slacks. This too is H&M. This right here, what's this right here? Oh, Zara, okay. Some beige linen, more a little razzle dazzle. This right here, Zara, okay, this like some black linen, all right. This right here, this too is Zara, okay, that's Zara right there. You see a little baggy fit black jeans. This too is some denim, baggy jeans, Zara, okay. This right here is some loose, ample H&M, okay. The moral of the story is, don't live beyond your means, kids, okay. H&M and Zara, that's high end to me. Now, the reason the tags are still on all of these things is because they going back. I've been unemployed 4 times, okay? I've been unemployed 4 times. I've had to collect unemployment checks. I don't live beyond my means, okay? If I got $500 in my pocket, I treat it like I really only got 2 because the IRS getting half anyway, okay? Y'all have a blessed night.
So Charlotte.
Now look, guys, let me tell you something about fashion. Like, I have my own clothing line. I was always into fashion. I was heavy into fashion, right? When it kind of took, I figured it out kind of early. But back in like right after high school, when I got my first job and I didn't have no bills and nothing. My money was solely for me. I was buying a lot of expensive stuff. Like I was buying a lot of high-end stuff, a lot of designer stuff. And I was like 19. I'm saving a month's worth of money to buy me some almost like some Louis Vuittons or some Christian Dior. I was heavy into Burberry at that time. But once I got to like 20, I started to realize that doesn't mean nothing. Like, this don't mean nothing. And if you're a real fashionable person, let me tell you guys something, right? First of all, the indie brands, is where it's at. The guys who's on the come up, that's where it's at. Those guys is where it's at. That's just a little fashion tip for y'all. Second, if you're a real fashion person, you should be able to go anywhere. I'm talking, you could go to Target, you could go to Shein, Temu, you could go to freaking, what's the other one? Fashion Nova. You could go to any Walmart, anything. You should be able to go anywhere and get an outfit. Maybe not the sneakers though. Maybe not the sneakers. You might have to get sneakers from a better thing. But the clothes, you should be able to go anywhere. And then when you step out somewhere, you are you one of the most fashionable people in there. No matter what. You just know fashion. You know how to dress. You can go anywhere and get a nice outfit. Anywhere. You can make it happen. That's how it is in fashion. I mean, if you're a fashionable person, it's not always about the brands and stuff. That's just a little side note. I know we're kind of getting off topic, but that's just something to let y'all know. You know, you don't have to be like that. Seriously, like, I got some outfits off of Shein that people will probably think that I got from like Bloomingdale's or something. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
Charlamagne is basically saying, hey man, you don't have to live above your means. And he wrote the caption, hey young world, don't go broke trying to look rich. Sincerely, Charlamagne the guy, aka Frugal Vandross. Let's discuss. Yeah, so I'm agreeing with him. A lot of people don't know that Charlamagne's net worth is literally $20 million. So we got a man worth $20 million that's still rocking H&M, Zara, and all this stuff. But we got these social media influencer women who have to shop at Bloomingdale's.
And I don't get it. Like, why do you gotta shop at Bloomingdale's? Like, and then you know what's crazy, right? A lot of the stuff, the high-end designer stuff, is made in China. They just got exposed. They literally just got exposed. That's crazy, right? That is crazy, y'all. That's why, yo, don't spend all your money on no clothes, man. Especially nowadays. You could go to Shein and all that stuff, and that stuff look like high-end stuff. Shein just feels a little cheap. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shein feels a little cheap. But Fashion Nova, they stuff feel like premium. It feel like high end. It's like maybe like a notch down from high end. A notch down. I had bought some jeans from Fashion Nova. They was like thick and heavy, like sturdy. I had bought like some D Squared jeans back in the day. That just called D Squared. It's a brand called D Squared. And their jeans those were the most denim like jeans I ever had. You know what I mean? And the Fashion Nova jeans was very close to that. You know what I'm saying? Very close. It wasn't there, but it was very close. It was definitely doable.
Make it make sense. So you got to see this reaction from one of my favorite comedians, Supper Ray. After he saw this video, his response was hilarious.
I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
Okay, B.SIMONE, listen. You know, after ups come them downs. You were in there dressed up like Prince and Pennywise at the same time. I'm not sure if you was really trying to connect the dots or disconnect them. Bloomingdale's and H&M is a nice place to go, man. Them people ain't spend all that money for all of them. Look, they bought it. Listen, H&M bought all them statues up in there. It's some statues. They wearing $20 this, $10 this, $15, two for 30. You might find you a little deal or something. But and I don't really think Bloomingdale's probably where you got that shit from. You got on, and that's probably why you depressed about the money, because you spent all the money and you didn't get nothing for it. So it's kind of your fault, really. Honestly, if you really wanted to put everybody in your business now, I'm gonna think longer than you about the decision, you know. So now that I noticed, okay, because Prince, I swear to God, he had on the same thing. It was just purple. Yours is black, and it's different, but I think you got it though. You know, this shit's starting to make my head itch. I'm starting to think too much. This really not none of my business. Sometimes I be broke and rich at the same time. Like I be having a pocket full of money, depressed as hell. This is some bullshit. I wanted to buy an island today. I couldn't do it. You don't see me dressed up like Prince. This is crazy.
Yeah, so B.SIMONE, you gotta do better. But wasn't this the same girl who was calling dudes for having a 9 to 5? Now you sitting up here crying and saying that you broke. You didn't invest your money? I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Should B.SIMONE just keep it pushing and stay off the internet with all this?
So what y'all think, man? What y'all think, man? I mean, I'll say this. I appreciate her honesty. You know, she honest. You know, honest that she's just telling the truth. And honestly, that should be a wake up call for a lot of people. Like, you know, these entrepreneurs and these guys that you see on social media or all these followers and stuff. They not always rich. They don't always got mad money like that. They don't. A lot of people front. Like, I know people who front. Like, for real. Like, you see their Instagram or they whatever social media, and you'll think, yo, they doing real good for themselves. They doing excellent for themselves and stuff. You'll think that. But you see them in person, you're going to be like, yo, what happened to all the stuff on it? What happened to that Mercedes-Benz you was... You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So you can't believe it all. Don't believe it all, guys. But, man, I hope B.SIMONE get out of it. I hope she get out the issues that she got, her financial troubles. But, hey, it happens, guys. It happens. You can't even fault the girl. Maybe she'll get it together. But, guys, let me know what y'all think about B.SIMONE. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have a 9 to 5 and you working, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You know, save your money and, you know, budget correctly, live below your means, and remember, if you want to go out and you want to look nice, you can look nice anywhere. Okay? Anywhere. I promise you that. And that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. ShopVeilVeilClothing.net. Live your truth. If you ain't rich, you don't got to shop at Bloomingdale's. All right? I'm out. Peace.